up? It's Steve from the old Yorkshire Geek, and welcome to my Sunday live news stream. I've started a little bit early. Who cares? Not me. I don't give a monkeys anymore. Not tonight, anyway. I don't know. I've got a funny feeling about tonight, but anyway. Got some news stories to look at. A bit of Star Wars, bit of what else? I don't bloody know. Doctor Who, stuff. The stuff. So, before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. We're live on YouTube, I hope. Yep. We should be live on Rumble, so let me refresh it, because it doesn't start automatically for me, I don't know why. There we go, yes, we're live on Rumble, and we're live on Twitch. Yay, there we go. Just let me share that bugger. I still can't work out how to, look at stuff on Twitch before you go live. It's like I create the, the thing, but you can't see it until it actually starts. It's bizarre. Anywho, excuse me. I'm also on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Links are in the description for all those, as are the links for my two books, Mercury Rapids, a light-hearted sci-fi action-adventure about UFOs and stuff, and Silent Predator, a short horror novella about big cats eating people in a North Yorkshire village. It's all a bit of fun on Amazon, Kindle and paperback. And Sci-Fi Quest is here. Hey up, pal. Hang on, where's me hey up banner? I've seen it somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hey up. Oh, you can't see it from my fat head. Hang on. There we go. Hey up. Hey. And that is actually in my town somewhere. Up a side street somewhere in my town. Right. What else was there? All right. Links for all these stories in the description. Later on, I'll put timestamps in. Blah 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 blah. I'll upload it to Spotify and all that, but not that anybody watches it or listens to it or whatever. Right. Let's get on with it, shall we? Let's get on with it. Make myself titchy tiny. Or do I do it with this? I do it with this, don't I? Now. I've forgotten how to bloody work it now. Right. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Right. So full screen the bugger. There we go. First up, for Christ's sake. There, that's better, isn't it? Right, I told you I had a funny feeling about tonight. First up, from the direct, Nathan Johnson, cool surname. Disney Plus announces next Star Wars show after Ahsoka. 2024 is a massive year for Star Wars in the wake of its latest on-screen release, Ahsoka. And the first new show to be released on Disney Plus will be coming sooner rather than later. Star Wars recently announced that its next film, The Mandalorian and Grogu, terrible name. Wingrace is here. I were early, maybe that's why. I started 3 minutes early because I just couldn't be bothered waiting. So, so that might be why. It's my fault. So sorry, Wingrace. I was sat twiddling my thumbs and I thought, oh, sod it, 3 minutes to go, I'm going to start. Anyway, where were we? Mandalorian and Grogu, terrible name. And it probably won't happen, maybe. I don't know. Will it? I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen at Lucasfilm these days? They're always announcing stuff that never happens, so maybe this won't either. Anyway, we'll go into production by the end of 2024 and be the next theatrical release for the franchise. In the meantime, fans have Disney Plus shows to look forward to, and after The Mandalorian Season 3 and Ahsoka led the live-action 2023 lineup, neither of them were particularly great, were they? Multiple projects are set to come out in 2024. Star Wars recently announced that Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 3 will premiere its first 3 episodes on Disney Plus on Wednesday, February the 21st. This will notably be the final instalment of the D. Bradley Baker-led series. He does all the voices. And conclude the stories regarding Clone Force 99. Episodes will stream weekly, apart from Omega, whatever. Episodes will stream weekly every Wednesday with double episode premieres on March 13th and April 3rd, up until the third season's finale on May the 1st. Be with you. It's near enough. These episodes won't be the first Disney Plus instalments under the Star Wars umbrella to be released in 2024, though. 6 brand new episodes of the animated Young Jedi Adventures show will be released on Disney Plus and Disney Junior on February 14th. Rounding out the show's first season. Oh, has it already started? I've not seen it. I think I've seen clips. It looks rubbish, doesn't it? It's for kids, I suppose. The confirmation of the new episodes teased that oh my God, I'm going to yawn. Oh, crikey. I'm boring myself to death, crikey. I was up last night watching the Royal Rumble live and I didn't get to bed till 5 o'clock this morning. So I'm out there. Where were we? The confirmation of the new episodes teased that viewers will see the Jedi younglings travel to Tennu, the Black Spire outpost on Batuu. Got to keep plugging that, haven't they? And the Starlight Beacon. After Young Jedi Adventures is released, it will be followed by 3 more Star Wars shows before 2022 is over. Are you sure about that? One will be Skeleton Crew, that we've not heard anything about, apart from it's got Jude Law in it. Nothing, no footage or anything for that. A Goonies-like series, oh dear, led by actor Jude Law, proper wooden, as my mate would say. That show will notably be set within the Mandoverse and is expected to connect with other Disney Plus projects at some point, if we ever see it. Another highly anticipated, are they just throwing out hyperbole just willy-nilly? I don't think it's highly anticipated. Another Star Wars project that will hit Disney Plus in 2024 is The Acolyte, set in the High Republic era many years before The Phantom Menace. The show will focus on the Sith and fist fighting. And its cast includes names such as Daphne Keane, Jodie Turner-Smith, Yas, Patriarchy, Yas, Amandla Stenberg and Carrie-Anne Moss. Season 2 of Tales of the Jedi was also confirmed to be coming to Disney Plus at some point this year and will feature an entirely new batch of stories, but fans haven't been informed which characters will be showcased. And I must admit, I liked Season 1 of Tales of the Jedi. I thought it was cool. Due to the lengthy 25,000-year history of the Jedi, Season 2 could go in any direction, possibly featuring stories set in the High Republic era or possibly even the Old Republic. I imagine they'll pick a character that we know about. Like the first season, we saw like what happened with Count Dooku and stuff like that, didn't we? So I imagine they'll do something similar with a character that we've already seen on screen at some point. Whether the big screen or television, who knows? Even though 2024 will be a big year for Star Wars, fans are already looking beyond due to how many future projects have been announced by Disney and Lucasfilm. As usual, due to how many future projects have been announced. That's what they're always doing, that, aren't they? That's what they're always doing. Oh, shall I highlight it? I forgot I got that switched on. Andor Season 2 was originally set to be released in 2024, but it was delayed to sometime in 2025. And Windgrace is here. Thanks, again. It's probably my fault I started early. I started a couple of minutes early. Andor Season 2 was originally set to be released in 2024, but it was delayed to sometime in 2025, and because of how well Season 1 was received, but no bugger watched it, apart from me and a couple of others, fans are itching for more content about Cassian Andor. They don't really give a monkeys about Cassian Andor, they just like the story, and they're like, what's happening with Mon Mothma, and I forgot his name, Raylan, I forgot his name. That other fella. They couldn't give a monkeys about Cassian. Anyway. Season 2 of Ahsoka was also recently confirmed via a piece of concept art shared by Star Wars, and although a production date was not included, it can be expected to come out sometime in the next 2 or so years. Star Wars also has a bright future with theatrical releases. No new films will be released in 2024, but it is possible that The Mandalorian and Grogu could come out in December 2025. We'll see. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy's film will likely follow. No. Potentially releasing in 2026, it will feature Daisy Ridley's return as Rey as she rebuilds the Jedi Order 15 years after the events of The Rise of Palpatine. Dave Filoni's Mandoverse. I hope she doesn't have a relative, like a nephew, say, that has bad dreams, and so she wants to murder him in his sleep. I can't see that happening though. You never know. Anywho, Dave Filoni's Mandoverse movie was also confirmed to be coming within the next few years. It's a bit vague, isn't it? And it is supposed to be followed by James Mangold's feature film that will explore the early days of the Jedi Order, blah, blah, blah. It's all up in the air, even when stuff's announced. I mean, they've done big announcements, haven't they? Even at Star Wars Celebration and during big press presentations where they've announced stuff on big screens and everything. And it's never happened. So just take it all with a pinch of salt. Even official announcements you've got to take with a pinch of salt, haven't you? Anywho, so there we go. Right. So, whatever. That's all I say. That's going to be my standard thing after each article tonight. Whatever. I'm in that sort of a mood. I'm sorry. I can't be bothered tonight. Maybe it's just, fatigue. Like on May the 4th. Yes, be with you. Oh dear. Right, let's move on to Dune. Right, not the month, the film. Did you say Dune? How the hell are you supposed to pronounce it? People pronounce things differently depending where you are in the world. Get used to it. It happens. Right, Zendaya says she'd be in a Dune 3 if called. This is from Deadline, Bruce Herring. There's already talk of a Dune 3. So does hopefully Dune 2 will finish off the first book, Dune, and get to the end of that where, spoilers, it becomes, the Kwisatz Haderach, there's Paul Atreides, and it starts raining on Arrakis. And then I think the next book, which I've got but I haven't read it, is it Dune Messiah that's next? Yeah. Well, essentially, it just knackers the galaxy up because it starts raining. I think all the sandworms start dying, so the spice doesn't flow. So space travel goes out of the window because the spice is running out. Anywho, bloody hell, thought that was a new Assassin's Creed or that. It's the Dune Part 2 official trailer. I don't know if I've seen that. Have I seen it? I don't know. Can't remember. Let's have a look. Sod it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, I have seen it. Right. There's already talk of a Dune 3. Zendaya says she's ready to return as Chani. Would we be down? I mean, of course, we... The royal we, Zendaya said during a cast interview with Fandango. Would we be down? I mean, of course, she repeated. Anytime Denis Villeneuve, director of the Dune films, calls, it's a yes from... It's a yes from me, she says, probably burping and farting and stuff like I'm doing. Because I'm totally unprofessional. I'm excited to see what happens. I started Messiah and I was like, whoa, I'm only shooting the first movie. All right, so she's been reading the books. Let me just go back to the first one. It's so much to take in, but there's no better hands with better care and love for it than Denis. Denis. Villeneuve confirmed in December that the script for Dune 3 was almost complete, but that he might tackle another project before it. I don't know exactly when I will go back to Arrakis, Villeneuve said. I might make a detour before, just to go away from the sun. For my mental sanity, I might do something in between, but my dream would be to go a last time on this planet that I love. Dune Part 2 will hit theatres on March 1st. Oh, cool. I liked the first part. I'm hoping the second part's going to be cool and groovy. If they do a third part, fair enough. Whatever, right. So there we go. Looking forward to that. if it happens. Looking forward to Dune Part 2 and the 3. As I said, that'll probably be Messiah, won't it? Which I've not read, but I've got it. And I've got Children of Dune as well, and not read that either. I've read the first one, though. The biggest, the thickest. It's all right. It's all right. Vince McMahon resigns from Endeavour-owned sports group. Oh, there we go, yes. Okay. Eh, dear. Right, let's move on. I'm gonna rattle through these articles tonight. I better pick the wrong... What am I doing? I'm pressing buttons. There we go. Pressing the wrong buttons. Or keys, should I say. It's not buttons, is it? Right. There we go. Henry Cavill. This is on Giant Freaking Robot. Jason Collins. Henry Cavill speaks on Sci-Fi epic dream project in the works. I've no idea what that's off. But never mind. He might not be the Witcher anymore, but the Nerd Nation can't wait to see Henry Cavill as an Inquisitor or perhaps even a member of the Custodian Guard in the Warhammer 40k universe. 40,000. Say 40,000. The British actor and one of the best Superman actors ever. There's not many, well, there's not many to choose from, but yeah, there's one or two, isn't there? But, you know, they're all fine in their own way, especially Christopher Reeve. He is Superman, isn't he? Anywho, just gave a brief but positive update on the progress of his Warhammer 40,000 adaptation, which he's exec producing for Amazon, insisting that big things are happening. Big things are coming, like his moustache. Is that the moustache that Paramount wouldn't allow him to shave off for Joss Whedon's Justice League reshoots? Probably. Warhammer is progressing very well, Henry Cavill said. Big things are happening and we are very excited. He didn't reveal any other details about the project for the creative team behind it, but if we consider the fact that W40K fans, sounds like some miracle spray, doesn't it? Fans have been clamouring and waiting for a cinematic or television adaptation for decades. Each crumb of information is a literal feast, and Cavill's involvement is the cherry on top. I know absolutely nothing about Warhammer. I have never even looked at it. I know the name Warhammer, and there's Warhammer 40k, 40,000, whatever. It's all Greek to me. There he is as the Witcher. The actor's involvement in the potential adaptation of one of the most stringently guarded IPs has been speculated long before the series was announced, since several fans saw Henry Cavill visiting the Games Workshop, I knew that, headquarters on more than one occasion. The subsequent announcements in late 2022 reveal that Cavill is attached to a Warhammer 40,000 adaptation project for Amazon as an executive producer, following a series of announcements regarding his departure from the role of Superman and Netflix's The Witcher. Now I'm hungry. I'm hungry now. All those food references. Well, I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, cherry on top. There we go. Yeah. Oh, my crumb of information. Yes, there we go. I don't even pay attention to what I'm reading. Oh dear. Right, is that some concept art, or is that art from the actual game, the books or boxes, whatever they're coming? I don't bloody know. Honestly, Henry Cavill is perfect for the role, and his involvement could alleviate the problems typically associated with game adaptations. Namely, the vast majority of games are really difficult to adapt, since the showrunners and filmmakers have to translate the interactive gaming experience into passive watching while retaining engagement with the content. This leads to adding more details that might not be present in the source material. And the fact that studios often change certain concepts to appeal to the masses, and you get something like Halo, which I've not seen. I think I saw the first episode, and I didn't mind the first episode, but apparently it went downhill after that, didn't it? And I didn't watch anymore. Henry Cavill's involvement in the show, as someone who's passionate about the IP and knows how the entertainment industry works, simply ensures that the IP is adapted to appease the fandom of one of the biggest gaming franchises in the world. And a bit more art. Now, how big is Warhammer 40,000? It's really big. and comprises... Sorry, I'm trying to remember the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy quote. Space, it's really big. You might think it's a long way down the shops, down the road to the shops, but that's just peanuts compared to Warhammer 40,000. And comprises tabletop games, video games, and novels. In fact, the Horus Heresy series, which is a major part of the Warhammer 40,000 universe, that depicts... Do I say 40,000 or 40k? Does it matter? I don't know. That depicts a 7-year-long civil war within the Imperium, comprises more than 50 novels. Blimey. That's him as the Witcher, isn't it? So there's plenty of source material for Henry Cavill to draw from and adapt into the series. See, if Lucasfilm were doing it, Kathleen Kennedy would be saying, there's no source material for us to do, 50 books. Dear. 40k, and Wingrace says 40k is how the fans say it. Well, I'm not a fan, am I? So I can say what I bloody well like. I forgot what we were saying now. So there's plenty of source material for Henry Cavill to draw from and adapt into the series, assuming that Amazon Prime has the capacity to maintain quality. I mean, they do make some good stuff. Well, they don't make it, do they? They buy some good stuff. Other studios make it, don't they? And Amazon buys it, doesn't it? But or funds it. Maintain quality at a reasonable level. We're potentially looking at several series and their respective spin-offs. Hopefully they'll just let him get on with it and not bugger it up. However, all of that depends on the success of Henry Cavill's adaptation and if its quality matches that of the Lord... What? And if its quality matches that of the Lord of the Rings of Power, we're in for a treat. Eh? Grim and dark treat, but treat nonetheless. Rings of Power's anything but a treat. I've got to admit. But in my reviews that I did of it, I wasn't as scathing as some of the reviewers have been. But it wasn't good, was it? Well, Rings of Power, it wasn't good. The story, I just noticed that the Star Trek secret hiding from the very start. Oh, who knows? I'm not going to say. I'm curious now. I want to know what it is. What about Romulans? Yeah, they didn't know what Romulans looked like at the beginning of the original series. Oh, Tal Shiar. Oh, is that it? Whatever. Right, so cool. Snorehammer 40,000 Zs. Is that what it's going to be? Is that what it's going to be? Because Amazon's going to stick the noses in and tell him to put a chick in it and make a layman gay. That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to say. Right. I think we're staying with Henry Cavill for the next story, I think. Yes, we are. Right. Here we go. There we go. This is from the Daily, I can't remember, Daily Express. George Simpson. Breaking news. Dancing on Ice viewers. Slam show fix has contestant robbed after being axed from the show. I didn't even know it were on. Never seen it. Right. Henry Cavill finally speaks out on his Highlander reboot. Is it a reboot or a remake or what? I don't know. With John Wick director. Henry Cavill has finally spoken out on his upcoming Highlander reboot with John Wick director Chad Stahelski. Go away. Henry Cavill has already proved he has what it takes for swords and sorcery after his brief stint in The Witcher, a role tragically cut short after the Superman star exited the Netflix show because, it were crap, basically. Apparently, I've not seen it, but apparently it were crap. And and he left because they didn't stick to the source material, which he loved, apparently. And they didn't listen to him, did they? Right. Fans will be very pleased to hear he's about to make a return to the world of action fantasy. Rumours have abounded for the last few years that the 40-year-old was circling a Highlander reboot. Christophe Lambert, 1986 classic, followed an immortal Scottish swordsman from his 16th century origins to the present day. Just a few months ago, it was confirmed that a new version starring Cavill is now going ahead at Lionsgate, helmed by John Wick quadrilogy director Chad Stahelski. I wonder what that is. Never know. And now the Hollywood star... Well, there's that a link. Express latest Hollywood. It's just a link to Hollywood news. And now the Hollywood star himself has spoken out on the hotly anticipated new project, and there he is as The Witcher. Cavill, who is promoting his new spy movie Argyle, told Collider, which actually looks quite good, doesn't it? But I hear he's not in it that much, but I don't know. The training is about to begin in earnest. It'll be a very long training process, and I'm very excited to get into it. There's only so much I can tell you at the moment. I want to keep everything under wraps for as long as possible. Is that it? Oh, yeah. The Highlander reboot is expected to start shooting in 2024, presumably for a 2025 release. So he's in training. So I imagine he's going to be all muscly. Because Christopher Lambert wasn't exactly, muscly. He was more wiry, wasn't he? He was lean, wasn't he? But I imagine Henry Cavill will be buff. He'll be a buff Connor McLeod, won't he? Kicking ass. Was it when the... I've forgotten the names now. When the McLeods fought the McGregors. Will they be showing that? And he gets stabbed by the Kurgan. Is the Kurgan going to be in it? I don't know. 2 comments. I hope Queen are doing the music. I doubt that very much. And nobody else can be as good as Christopher Lambert. There can be only one, and that is Christopher Lambert. Yet another movie that does not need a reboot, essentially. Yeah. The original is iconic. The Queen music, the fight scenes. If you haven't seen it, I can highly recommend you do. Yes, so do I. It's an amazing film. It's an amazing film. Right. So anyway, but fingers crossed, it'll be good because, Henry Cavill, it's usually in good stuff, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen him in anything crap. But that's just me. Right. He should be the Kurgan. I got to have a baddie, haven't you? Somebody bad. I wonder who they'll get. If the Kurgan's in it, I wonder who they'll cast as the Kurgan. Who these days looks like Colin Grigson from Bad News. I don't know. But just get Clancy Brown back again. Let him play the Kurgan again. Right, what's next? Billy D. Williams. That's what's next. Star Wars. Now, what's this from, by the way? Superhero hype. Andre Joseph. Star Wars. Billy D. Williams talks Lando's daughter theory in the rise of Palpatine. She was one of those... supposedly there were stormtroopers, First Order stormtroopers that had left. They were deserters, weren't they? Bit like Finn. Star Wars legacy icon Billy D. Williams addresses the speculation about Naomi Aki's Janna being Lando Calrissian's daughter in Star Wars The Rise of Palpatine. Ooh, that was close, wasn't it? They were trying to decide, hang on, you can have a daughter with a droid. Weird. Yep. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? It'd be like the Demon Seed, wouldn't it? Have you seen that film? The Demon, that's going back, isn't it? Right, well, they were trying to decide whether I should have a daughter, Williams said during an interview on the Dagobah Dispatch podcast. I don't know if they decided to follow up on that idea. I haven't heard any feedback or anything on where or what direction they want to take with that. Is that it? And that's his him weighing in on it, is it? Looks like it, doesn't it? Anyway, whatever. The character of Janna was introduced in 2019's The Rise of Palpatine as a First Order stormtrooper turned traitor, who had been abducted as a child, similar to John Boyega's Finn. During the final moments of the movie, after the First Order's defeat, God, it was crap with that film. Lando shares a moment with Janna where the former Cloud City ambassador, what was his title? Well, the ambassador, he ran it, didn't he? He'd won it in a card game or whatever. He was the administrator, wasn't he, of Cloud City, not an ambassador. Offers to help her find where she came from. Oh, from whence she came. Though Janna's backstory was never fully explained in the movie, the companion book, The Rise of Palpatine Visual Dictionary, which I think I've probably got over there somewhere, contains key details that fuel the Lando-Janna relationship theory. No, I moved it. It's probably in a box over there. In covering Lando's whereabouts between 1983's Return of the Jedi and Skywalker, the book reveals, when peace reigned, Lando attempted to start a family. But tragedy struck, and his infant daughter vanished. It was only later that it became clear who the culprits behind the abduction were: the First Order, building their fighting forces but also specifically striking out at the old Alliance leadership. While The Rise of Palpatine marks the end of Williams' tenure as Lando, the character's early adventures are set to be explored in a standalone movie starring Donald Glover, reprising the young version of Lando from 2018's Solo: A Star Wars Story. Glover's brother, Stephen, confirmed the project, which had been previously planned by Lucasfilm as a Disney Plus series. Whether or not the movie will explore Lando's family life remains unknown. But Lucasfilm's not talking about it, have they? They haven't mentioned it in this press release, have they? When they mentioned, Mandalorian and Grogu, they never mentioned the Lando movie, did they? It's not happening. Star Wars: The Rise of Palpatine is now streaming on Disney Plus, and it's hilarious. Oh, it's bloody awful, it is. It is. It is bloody awful. It's funny. It's a comedy, is The Rise of Palpatine. It is. They fly now. They've been flying for ages. What are you talking about? Light speed hopping. What do they call it? Yeah. Light speed hopping or something like that. That's not how light speed works. Whatever. It does if you're JJ blooming flipping Abrams. Oh, get me started. Hey. Yes, Sci-Fi Quest earlier on, sorry, just reminding the chat that it was on a live thing earlier with Sci-Trek. I popped in for a little bit and wished Jay a happy birthday. It was his happy birthday yesterday or the day before, or whatever. The chap that runs Sci-Trek. Anyway. But I was busy drawing, so I couldn't give it my full attention. Anyway, let's move on. So there we go. So it doesn't. Well, I forgot what he said. Oh, yeah, I haven't heard any feedback or any direction they want to take with that. So nothing's happening with it. So there we go. But as I said, it's in the book, innit? They're supposed to be canon, aren't they? These, Dorling Kindersley Visual Dictionary books. They're supposed to be canon. So, but who knows? Who knows? And who cares? Who cares? Not me. Right, let's move on. Oh, dear. Hey. Sticking with Star Wars. This is from the BBC. Rare Star Wars Jawa figure found in loft sells for 19,500 British pounds. And there it is. The Jawa character wearing a vinyl cape on Palatoy packaging is considered one of the rarest 70s Star Wars figures. I thought the rare ones were the cloth capes. It might be the other way around then. Anywho, an exceptionally rare Star Wars figure found in a loft has outstripped its estimate after attracting worldwide interest at auction. The Jawa character, complete with vinyl cape, is considered the holy grail of 1970s Star Wars figures, according to auctioneer Jonathan Turode. I thought it were the white Boba Fett's. I thought they were the holy grail. Anyway. It was snapped up by a UK collector for £19,500 during the Hertfordshire sale. I feel honoured to have handled another rare part of Star Wars toy history, Mr. Turode said. The Jawa figure is still the absolute ultimate for Star Wars collectors. It was the second time in 6 months that Excalibur Auctions of Kings Langley was able to show off such a sought-after collectible. In July, it sold an identical Jawa figure for £26,670, including commission charges, after it was found by the same owner, among memorabilia packed away in boxes. Each figure was estimated to attain £10,000 to £15,000. So how many has he got, this same fella? I bet he's got loads of them in his loft. The prices will just keep... Now people know that he's got an attic full of them, the prices will come plummeting down. The figure owner, who worked for Marvel UK between 1974 and 1979, received a range of gifts from the UK toy company Palitoy during the promotion of the Star Wars line in Marvel Comics. Only 10 to 15 examples of this type of figure were documented, Excalibur Auctions said, with the vinyl cape substituted for a cloth cape not long into production. All right, so it was the other way around, right? Cool. 20 grand for a toy. Bet none of my stuff in my shrine that's over there, but none of that's worth 20 grand. Windgrace says, I have my Ewok village, but it's the one repainted for Robin Hood, lol. Oh, okay. Very good. I've got, hang on, where is it? Just bear with me. Oh, hey, boom. Is it here? Here we go. Hey. Got my original Star Wars annual. Did it say? Yes, annual number 1 from 1978. Cool. And I love this. Actually, this isn't mine. Well, it is mine now, but I got this off eBay. My original one, I've put it somewhere safe and I couldn't find it, so I wanted to read it. So I bought another off eBay. But I just like it because it's got like a full colour image of, I think it's full colour, of Ben Kenobi being killed by Darth Vader. There we go. And it's not exactly like you see in the film, is it? Hang on, I'll show you. Hang on, I'll make myself big. Oh, dear. You remember in the film where Darth Vader kills Ben and he just like hits him with his lightsaber and the cloak just falls down? Well, in the comic, it's a bit more graphic. Where are we? There we go. Ah, Zack! Ah, he's screaming in agony. Ah! What does he say as he does it? I, Darth Vader. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Saying, heed my words. Not this time. I am the master now. I, Darth Vader. And kills him to death. Where are we? Kills him to death. Ah! And then prods the cloak with his lightsaber. Why didn't it cut him through it? Never mind. Good old Marvel, eh? Good old Marvel. Windgrace says, I have the first Marvel Star Wars with the Green Vader. I'll have to pull it out. I used to have them all gone. I used to have loads of Marvel Star Warses and loads of 2000 ADs, but I think when I left home, when I was younger, I think my mum just threw them all out, I think they went to the tip. Oh, I was heartbroken. Anyway, nothing I can do about it now. Right, let's move on. Right, what's this one? Doctor Who next. Doctor Who. And we'll be able to sing because it's about yes, a theory about why Millie Gibson left Doctor Who has been revealed following a comment from Russell T Davies. Could this be the reason for the quick exit? This is on Cinema Blend. Mick Jost, whatever. Oh dear. Right, where are we? Right, Millie Gibson made her debut in Doctor Who only a month ago, and already rumours are circulating about her exiting after just one season. While fans like myself, Mick Jost, who lauded the electric chemistry she shared with Ncuti Gatwa in My Key Takeaways from the Christmas special, follow the link if you want to read about that, are reeling, a possible explanation for her departure has surfaced. There's a theory on why Gibson is leaving, and it comes from something said by none other than Russell T Davies. The Doctor Who showrunner already made headlines when he suggested in the commentary track for The Giggle that every Doctor bi-generated. And now the commentary track from the church on Ruby Road is getting some extra eyes thanks to @WilliamWhoDW. Check out this snippet of what Davies said to Millie Gibson after her name flashed across the show's title screen in big letters. In big letters. That's what's lacking on Coronation Street. Should have had that cat and the Cobbles and Millie Gibson. I'll have a word with them. Don't worry when you go back. When you go back is said in a bit of a murmur and is not included in the subtitles for the commentary track. Tinfoil hats at the ready. With that being said, theories are now being spun that the reason that Millie Gibson is a one-and-done seasonal companion on Doctor Who is because she intends to return to the soap opera Coronation Street, where she played Kelly Nealon. What the hell's that? Portable stair lifts for seniors. Oh, I'm just fascinated. What is it? How does that work? I just want to know how it works. I'm fascinated. I might take a look later. So what? How does that? Do you rise up the stairs? I'm fascinated. Anyway, if this is true, Doctor Who fans could see it as good news. And it's showing that. Does it know I'm like an old fart and I'm going to need a stair lift soon? Is that what it's telling me? Go away, commercial. Video. If this is true, Doctor Who fans could see it as good news. Perhaps this means that Gibson was always planned to be a one-off companion and that we'll get a rather quick turnaround on the resolution to the search for her birth family. This excites me, Mick, the fellow that wrote this, as I feel that this story will also answer more questions about the Doctor's true origins. We shouldn't know his true origins. He's like the alien in Alien. We shouldn't know. And tie back to the 13th Doctor's timeless child storyline. The upsetting news is that fans will be saying farewell to Millie Gibson just as they get to know her, and we'll have to get used to a new companion. They're not saying the name, are they? Because they're sick of hearing me sing it. Reportedly played by Andor actress Varada Setu. Will the sudden companion change throw off Ncuti Gatwa's groove as the Doctor? We shall wait and see. By the way, Ncuti Gatwa in this new series that's on Apple, Masters of the Air, it's from the Band of Brothers people. It's really good. And there's a chap in the opening credits that looks a lot like Ncuti Gatwa, but he hasn't appeared in the episodes yet. There's only 2. So I'm wondering if it's him. I haven't checked on IMDb, so I don't know. Anywho, ultimately, it would be nice to hear that Gibson entered Doctor Who knowing it was a short-term gig and that this is not the result of some issues with filming the show. There were rumours that she was difficult, whatever that means. Difficult. But, rumours always abound, don't they? It's hard not to think of other actors like Christopher Eccleston, who left the starring role as the Doctor after having problems with the top brass during Russell T Davies' first tenure as the showrunner. There's currently no chatter of any disgruntled actors or anything of that nature, apart from I've saw it somewhere that they said she was difficult. So perhaps that's a fear that can be easily put to rest. Well, I say other Doctor's companions, in this new lot of Doctor Who, have only appeared for one season, I think. Did Martha? Well, Martha just one season. And then she became Donna Noble, didn't she? I can't imagine they would bring her back for 3 episodes if there was a significant issue. This may true, yes. As I said, there's always rumours, isn't there? Anywho, for now, Millie Gibson remains on Doctor Who and will be present in season 13. Check out her debut on the Christmas special, blah, 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 with a Disney Plus subscription if you're in America, or on the BBC iPlayer if you're an honest licence payer in the UK. Oh dear, is that it? And they didn't even mention her name. What's her character called? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Ruby Sunday. So there we go. So is she going back to Corrie? Could be. I'm going to check this Masters of the Air, see if Ncuti Gatwa's in it. Masters of the Air. See if he's got an IMDb for it. Let's see. I bet he ain't. No. I've got all cast and crew. No, it's probably not him. There's a lot of bloody cast here. Ooh. It's really good anyway, so I'd watch it if I were you. Masters of the Air. Got a very Band of Brothers vibe. that the Pacific didn't have, in my opinion. I wasn't a big fan of the Pacific. But Band of Brothers were amazing. I can't see Shooty Gatwa's name here. It's not jumping out at me, but I'm scrolling. Scanning as I read. Bloody hell's it ever going to end? how many people's in it? I'll just do a find. Control F. I've just heard something drop. Shooty. Oh! There we go. It is Shooty Gatwa. Yes, I was right. All right. And he's in 2 episodes. Plays Second Lieutenant... Sorry, this is an American. Second Lieutenant Robert H. Daniels. There we go. So it is Shooty Gatwa. I thought I saw him in the opening credits. What did I hear fall then? Oh. Me remote for me telly. Sorry, monitor. So Shooty Gat was not only Doctor Who, he plays an American airman in Masters of the Air. Right, where are we? Windgrace, Martha, Donna, Bill, Dan from Jodie. We're all technically one. So there we go. So it's not it's not unknown, is it? Right. Now I've cleared that mystery up about Shooty Gatwa. Let's move on. But I still say she's difficult, and it was a nightmare to work with her. And just because I want to drum up some drama and get some clicks, what am I doing that for? I don't know. That's how I click. That's what we want to do. So there, because I want to get some views, as Mind Junkie says. Is it all for views? That's a ghost channel, ghost videos. Is it real or is it all for views? Right, where were we? Full screen. Right, Alien Romulus next. Right, here we go. What's this one? This is from Screen Rant. Cattle, don't know. Gunning. Alien Romulus must avoid a big problem that hurt Ridley Scott's prequels, i.e., don't be shit. Alien Romulus could be a terrifying return to form for the franchise, but only if it ignores the thing that sank Ridley Scott's Alien prequels. What's going on with this image? Why is it all green there? Couldn't they find a good quality picture? Is that from... it must be. Is that from Alien Covenant? I can't remember. I've only seen it. I saw it once and hated it. Then my mate called and he said he wanted to see it. So I had to sit through it again. And I still hated it. And he bloody liked it. The views. Yes. Says Atomic. Anywho. Although Alien Romulus looks promising... Why are they calling it Romulus? I just think of, Star Trek, don't we? They Romulus. I know it comes from Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome. The brothers who founded Rome. And it's nothing to do with Star Trek and Romulans and Remans and the Romulan Star Empire and Vulcan, etc. Or is it? Right, anyway, although Alien Romulus looks promising, so I'll do a video and just say, Alien is now in the Star Trek universe. The xenomorphs were genetically created in a Romulan lab to take out Starfleet. Anyway, I think of Star Trek whenever I hear Andor too. It's annoying. Yes. Andor. Where Shran is from. Obviously, Andorians. And the... oh, God, I forgot what they call them now. Them blind psychic ones. Ena and the Ena, they're from Andor as well, aren't they? Right. Although Alien Romulus looks promising, does it? I haven't seen anything or heard anything about it. A new sequel could still fall victim to a problem that plagued Ridley Scott's prequels. The Alien franchise has not released a new movie since 2017's Alien Covenant, which was bloody awful. I didn't mind Prometheus, that's the weird thing. Although, it wasn't the best, but it looked nice, and, I watched it without hating it. Although there were annoying bits in it, but, for the most part, I didn't mind it. The Alien franchise, I've just read that bit. The second of two prequels directed by original Alien director Ridley Scott, Alien Covenant, followed the story of its predecessor, 2012's Prometheus. However, the sequel earned the ire of critics and fans alike by killing Prometheus's heroine off-screen and making the franchise's backstory more convoluted. Well, it just made it stupid. It didn't make sense. Anyway, this may account for its box office underperformance, with Alien Covenant making only $240 million on a budget of $111 million. In August 2024, the upcoming Alien Romulus will hope to reignite interest in the series. Set between Alien and Aliens, this standalone movie will be directed by Don't Breathe Helmer Fede Alvarez, which is good because Don't Breathe's good, and I liked his Evil Dead remake or sequel. Whatever it was fine. And so there we go. Not much is known about the sequel's plot, save for the fact that Alien Romulus will take place on a remote planet. Romulus, perchance? And focus on a young group of characters encountering xenomorphs. In this inhospitable terrain. While this setup sounds like it could yield a promising return to the franchise's roots, Alien Romulus may still fall victim to the same issue that hurt both of Scott's earlier prequels. And there's an engineer, which also was stupid. Since Alien Romulus is set between Alien and Aliens, there could be a temptation to fully explain what happened during that time. Thanks to its place in the Alien franchise chronology, viewers might expect Alien Romulus to touch on many unanswered questions, like what the fallout of the Nostromo disaster was, whether Weyland... It seemed like there wasn't one, was there? The Nostromo was lost, apparently, and then they just went and set up a colony on the planet that the Nostromo blew up over. Anywho... whether Weyland-Yutani covered up the event and many other lingering mysteries. However, trying to flatten the franchise's unknowable history into a straightforward timeline was the biggest pitfall that doomed Scott's prequels. Both Prometheus and Alien Covenant attempted to explain where the xenomorph and humanity came from to their detriment. Well, it will bloody Damon Lindelof trying to be, a smart ass again, won't it? And he can't do it because he's not a smart ass. He just thinks he is. He's no Christopher Nolan, who is a genuine smart ass, and annoyingly so, in my opinion. And he knows it. Prometheus's opening scenes made it clear that Scott wanted to tell a sprawling, expansive story that spanned thousands of years. However, this was at odds with the claustrophobic intensity of the original Alien. Even the comparatively large-scale action of Aliens was nowhere near as ambitious as Alien Covenant, which featured a scene wherein Michael Fassbender's killer android David wiped out an entire planet's population by using xenomorphs as a bioweapon. God, I hate that film. These events were so complex, ambitious and ultimately irrelevant that it was no surprise when the showrunner of the upcoming Alien TV spin-off confirmed Scott's prequels were retconned from its story. It didn't make any sense. They went to this planet and the alien could grow from you by just this little thing that went in this fella's ear. But then David improved on them and invented face huggers and chest bursters and whatever, and did it that way. Well, why? When it could just it's floating about in the air. These spores with aliens in, they could just go in your ear or up your nose or whatever. And then an alien comes bursting out of you a few hours later. God, I hated that film. I bloody did. It were awful. And my mate liked it. Unbelievable. But he liked Into Darkness as well, so Star Trek Into Darkness, so, There's no helping some people. I've asked him to come on this show with me, but he won't. Anyway, and ultimately irrelevant that it was no surprise when the showrunner of the upcoming Alien TV spin-off confirmed Scott's prequels were retcons from its story. I've just read that answer, never mind. And there's a scene from the first Alien where she blows it out into space with her sci-fi harpoon gun. Josh Temple. Alien Romulus must avoid the mistake that... I've got to be careful here now, haven't I? So let's just Now, I reckon, I'm pointing, you can't see it, but just below, if you look further down, there's a padlock there, isn't there? It's like a padlock with a key in it. I've not to go near that, have I? I reckon if I touch that, that's when the whole screen comes up and I can't see anything. So just watch out. Alien Romulus must avoid the mistake that Scott's prequels made, like Alvarez's earlier Evil Dead reboot. It didn't make a mistake. Anyway. Oh, sorry. Like Alvarez's earlier Evil Dead reboot, Alien Romulus should focus on being a great standalone film set in the Alien universe that isn't reliant on the reliant Windgrace Star Trek again on existing movies instead of referencing these earlier hits. Rather than trying to provide a backstory for the xenomorph, Alien Romulus should instead return to the stripped-back horror of the original movie. Yes, they don't know where the xenomorph came from. You know, they're a mystery. Were they on that ship that they found all the time? Was that ship moving them from one place to another? What happened? Were they from LV-426 originally? Don't know. Nobody knows. You know, there's theories and people are saying, I read it in a book that... No, you don't know. Nobody knows. There's theories. Anyway. That 1979 hit became a success precisely because of how much the enigmatic movie's many mysteries were left ambiguous, and Alien Romulus can repeat its success if the upcoming sequel refuses to over-explain the franchise's knotty, inconsistent world building. So there we go. And then I think that's it. Yes, it is. Right, I want to test this now. If I move my mouse pointer down to that padlock there, will it make the thing pop up that covers the screen? If so, I can avoid it happening again. Oh, maybe not. Oh. It's in doing it now. Oh, bloody thing. Never mind. Anywho, there we go. So, yes, it has got to avoid that. Basically, it's to avoid being crap. Don't be crap and don't over-explain stuff. It's okay if things are a mystery. We want the aliens to be a mystery. We don't need to know where they're from. It was the same with the Predators. They told us where they came from, didn't they? And they even gave them a name, which we didn't really need, to be completely honest. But anywho, right, let's move on. Nearly done. Right, gaming news now. Gaming news. From Bounding into Comics, Spencer Baculi, don't know. In beginning shift to all digital future, Microsoft reportedly makes massive cuts to Xbox physical game release operations. It's been announced, hasn't it, that they're getting rid of I can't remember, a lot of people from the games division, aren't they, at Microsoft, laying people off. So is this part of that? We will see. In a disheartening sign that the industry has no intention of scaling back their anti-consumer practices, Microsoft's recent round of video game-related layoffs have reportedly resulted in the complete closure of the Xbox divisions responsible for producing physical retail copies of their various releases. Who is Ming and why is he gay? I don't know. I've said something again, haven't I? What have I said? Who is Ming and why is he gay? Was it in the previous article? Probably, but I've missed something out, haven't I? I've said something, haven't I? Anyway. Well, that you? Behave yourself, naughty. Yes. Bloody cat. Oh, you said gaming. Oh yeah, gaming news. Oh yeah, sorry. Because you said it the other way around. Ming, why is he gay? You, I won't say it. Dear. Word of this operation shut down was first broken. Word of this... Oh, I'll start again. Told you tonight we're going to be hard work. Word of this operation shutdown was first broken to the public on January 25th, courtesy of Windows Central Managing Editor Jez Corden. taking to his personal Twitter account in the wake of the aforementioned job cuts, which affected roughly 1,900 employees across Activision, Blizzard, King, Xbox, and ZeniMax. Or was it ZeniMax? No idea. Corden related that not only had multiple sources informed him that Microsoft is laying off the entire internal customer support teams for Activision Blizzard King games, save a few, and outsourcing the rest to external companies abroad, but that they had also confirmed the company's plans to shut down departments dedicated to bringing Xbox games to physical retail. And there's the tweet. There we go. No, that's something else. No, that's not saying it, is it? That's other things. While his source did not appear to provide him with any outright explanation as to the reasoning behind this latter move, Corden noted himself, "If you've seen the digital-only Xbox console leaks, well, you can get an idea of where Microsoft is going here." Is it another Microsoft gaffe, like they did when the Xbox One first came out? That they said your Xbox has got to be connected to the internet at all times, or you won't be able to use it, and you won't be able to use your friends' games, because it'll be on your console, so you won't be able to, buy second-hand games, which they went back on eventually, didn't they? But that caused a bit of a kerfuffle, didn't it? What are you sneezing for? Oh, tell you, things are bloody dropping all the time. Oh, things are going on the floor all the time. Princess is sneezing in the kitchen. Oh, this is the other one. Microsoft has also shut down departments dedicated to bringing Xbox games to physical retail, which, if you've seen the digital-only Xbox console leaks, well, you can get an idea of where Microsoft is going here. Per marketing documents accidentally revealed by Microsoft's lawyers amidst the company's legal battle with the Federal Trade Commission, that pesky Federal Trade Commission and their blockade of Naboo, regarding their then-desired and eventual successful purchase of Activision Blizzard King this year, will see Microsoft release a mid-generation refresh for their Xbox Series X, which, in addition to such changes as a bigger stock hard drive, reduced power usage capabilities, and a new cylindrical design, will also drop the model's currently included disk drive. As in, external, that Blu-ray player, whatever the hell it is. As such, upon the successful phasing out of the base model at retailers in favour of this refreshed one, the Xbox ecosystem will be left with no supported version of the console capable of playing games from a physical disc. There's a picture of it. It looks like an Xbox version of one of those Alexas, doesn't it? But yeah, like I said, it's happening, isn't it? It's happening. Not being able to get them on disc or memory card or whatever. I'm surprised they don't put them on, USB sticks now, games. Because you can get I've got one over there, big, hefty USB sticks with a lot of, capacity on. For a reasonable price, can't you? So I'm surprised they don't stick a game on there that you can buy and just plug it in and then load it from there instead of on a disc. Anyway, however, after some took his reporting to indicate that the era of physical Xbox game releases had come to a complete end, Corden later offered the staunch clarification that reducing retail teams doesn't confirm Microsoft is quitting physical retail for Xbox games yet. They can outsource and might be consolidating here, so don't run with Xbox is quitting physical based on this. Yet, despite this call for patience, the Windows Central editor ultimately closed out his scoop by admitting, but it does seem to be the industry trajectory, and me, writing is on the wall. And there we go. Yes, well, they're heading that way, aren't they? As previously reported, Microsoft first announced that they would be undertaking this latest round of layoffs. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm burping and stuff. It's because I'm talking, so I'm breathing and that, so it's making me burp. But also, I've just eaten some of last night's pizza. That warmed up in the microwave, so that's making me burp as well. Excuses. As previously reported, Microsoft first announced that they will be undertaking this latest round of layoffs via a January 25th internal memo sent to the affected teams. How long does this article go on for? I think we're nearly done. It's been a little over 3 months since the Activision, Blizzard and King teams joined Microsoft, said Spencer, per a copy of the memo obtained by The Verge. As we move forward into 2024, the leadership of Microsoft Gaming and Activision Blizzard is committed to aligning on a strategy and an execution plan with a sustainable cost structure that will support the whole of our growing business. So they're going to be laying people off. Sustainable cost structure. That means, people are getting sacked. Together we've set priorities, identified areas of overlap and ensured that we're all aligned on the best opportunities for growth. Layoffs. Looking ahead, we'll continue to invest in areas that will grow our business and support our strategy of bringing more games to players around the world. At least it's saying games and not like experiences. Although this is a difficult moment for our team, I'm as confident as ever in your ability to create and nurture the games, stories and worlds that bring players together. Oh, that's it. Oh, right, there we go. Nova blows Arthas a taunting kiss goodbye in Heroes of the Storm. Never heard of it. And Ari Jobson's arrived. Hello. Welcome. There we go. So, is it the beginning of the end for physical game releases, particularly on Xbox? Probably. They'll start making... They'll still bring consoles out with disc drives in, but they'll make them like super expensive, I bet. And or either make them more expensive than the digital-only ones, and they'll be like half the price, so people will start buying the digital-only ones, and then they'll be saying, look, we're selling more of the digital-only ones, that must be what people want, so we won't bother doing games on discs anymore. That's what they'll say. You can bet. How are you doing, love? I'm fine, Flower. Oops. Halo Reach, still one of my favourites. You know what? I think I've only ever played the first Halo game on the original Xbox and on PC as well. I put cheats in so I could get to the end. Because I'm rubbish at games. Anywho, so there we go. So let's see what's next. And finally, it's a game review. It's a game review of a game that I tried the demo of and didn't get very far and turned it off and uninstalled it and everything. It's Stargate Timekeepers. There we go. This is from IGN. A review. A challenging stealth tactics game that pays homage to the TV series. And there's the opening video of the game. Yes, Stargate Timekeepers. Is that what it's called? Timekeepers, yeah. Is that what I said? Whatever. Or is it called something else and they've got it wrong? I can't remember. No, it is Timekeepers, isn't it? You never quite know what you're going to find on the other side. By the way, it's from Liana Hafer. You never quite know what you're going to find on the other side when you step through the Stargate. Yes, you do, because you send a malp through first. She obviously doesn't watch it. Behave, you. Oh, see, the cat's starting. Look, she's starting. Get. Naughty. Naughty is my cat. Are you gatekeeping your time machines? Yes, I am. No, I was guessing before you said it. Oh, right, okay, right, fair enough. Because there's a lag. There's a lag when I see the comments from where you put them in on YouTube. There's a lag when they appear in the StreamYards thingamabob. Anyway, where were we? I'll start again. You never quite know where you're going, what you're going to find on the other side when you step through the Stargate. Except you do, because you send them out. When it came to Stargate Timekeepers, I certainly wasn't expecting a very competent stealth tactics game. Or a Kino. If you're on the universe, you send a Kino through, don't you? All the same, slinking across varied alien worlds and setting up well-timed tactical ambushes ended up feeling like a natural fit for the types of budget-constrained capers SG-1 got up to in the earlier seasons of the show. The story isn't anything to report back to command about, but the vibes and presentation hit the spot. Timekeepers definitely takes its cue from the Stargate SG-1 television show, though it focuses on a completely new team of quippy characters. The slightly campy tone is pleasantly reminiscent of an era before Prestige TV, and what do you know? When things were a bit less grim and serious, so you might see United States Air Force officers knocking out alien soldiers and tying them up with ropes. At the same time, it doesn't come off as overly goofy or comedic, striking what I found to be a good balance. I lasted about 10 minutes in the game, and I just couldn't get past this particular bit. I watched somebody else play it, and I thought, well, it didn't do that for me. But anyway... The fast-paced plot is set in the same universe as SG-1 and Atlantis, picking up during the 7th season's climactic Battle of Antarctica, before following a parallel adventure completely new to Timekeepers. Therein lies a bit of a problem, though. If you don't know anything about Stargate lore, the writers are basically hurling you off a cliff. There's no effort made to explain what Stargate Command does, who the Jaffa or the Goa'uld are, or why Earth is currently at war with someone named Anubis. I had to go to wiki diving to remember what was going on at this point. And I've seen the whole series multiple times. Well, then you should bloody know then. You should know the basics if you've seen it multiple times. Christ. Yes, and don't forget your IDC and your GDO. Look like Warcraft almost. Starcraft too. I've not played either of those. It did look a bad game. It's just me that's bad at playing it. Not my thing. Where were we? Granted, it's been more than 10 years since my last rewatch. It seems intended for existing SG-1 fans only. But it's been off the air for like nearly 20 years or whatever as SG-1, hasn't it? So existing SG-1 fans probably watched it more than... I had to go to Wiki to know what the SGC was after watching the show. Exactly, yes. I mean, you know, sorry, cover your ears up, Irene, for a minute, but, you know, it's a woman, isn't it? It's a female. The team I assembled across Timekeepers' 7 initial missions, the first half of what is planned to be a 14-episode season, with the second half coming later this year, is made up of soldiers and misfits who are a bit two-dimensional in their portrayal, but endearing enough. Each deployment can take anywhere from 45 minutes to a couple of hours. Hours. Why don't you pronounce the H in hours, by the way? It's weird, isn't it? You don't say hours, do you? Anyway, depending heavily on how carefully or aggressive I wanted to be. Our intrepid leader is store brand Samantha Carter, Colonel Eva McCain. No, I mean really, from appearance to personality, it seems almost like this character originally was intended to be Amanda Tapping's Colonel Carter from the TV show. I bet she's a general now. I bet she is. At least they're definitely cut from the same cloth, not that I mind that too much. We also have the too cool for school sniper Max Bolton, a rebel Jafar named Atta, who comes with her very own Indeed, and the nervous, quirky scientist Derek Harper. Irene says, one of my favourite games besides Halo and Team Fortress 2 is Super Mario RPG. Cool. I also love Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. I don't think I've ever played a Mario game, but I'm not a big Nintendo person, so I've got a Switch here, keep mentioning it, never play it. She wasn't a colonel at this period of time, wasn't she? I can't remember. No, she became a colonel, didn't she, in season 9, I think, wasn't it? Because, or at the end, hang on, where was it now? Season 8, she became a colonel, didn't she? Because Jack became a general, didn't he? And he says, being a general lets me do cool stuff like this. And he promoted Sam Carter to colonel, didn't he? Or lieutenant colonel, should I say. So that was season 8, wasn't it? Beginning of season 8. So, yes, you're right. So she's a major in that. It's like someone forgetting about the GDO. Yes, it is. Anywho, I like I always find it like a bit scary on Stargate, where they do the the IDC and the GDO and all that, and they put the code in and all that, and then they just run through the gate. I'm thinking, I hope the iris has opened. Thankfully, it usually has. Anyway, guys, it's a leap year, right? February 29th, women may propose to men. Is it a leap year? I never even noticed. Oh, so an extra day. Oh, God. Oh, so I might get proposed to this year, by the way, I've got my Valentine's Day video waiting. It's uploaded. It's going to drop on Valentine's Day. My top 20 all-time sexiest film stars video countdown, whatever you want to call it. But you've got to wait until February 14th to watch that. Anywho, hang on, there we go. Making a plan. I assume it's supposed to give you a feedback signal to know the iris is open. I have the same fear. So I'd be waiting for him to come on the radio. You're all clear, you can come through. And I'd be saying, are you sure? And, yes, really, really, yes. Right, and I'd come through then. And even then I'd be scared as I step through the event horizon. Irene says, my 10-year anniversary is February 10th. My birthday is the 13th. So, multiple celebrations. Anywho, where were we? I forgot where we were. Derek Harper, that's where we're up to. The way they play off each other in dialogue isn't especially impactful, but how their skills mesh together certainly can be. Timekeepers reminds me, more than anything, of the now defunct Studio Mimimis, I don't know if I said that right, excellent Shadow Tactics and Shadow Gambit games. Each area is a delicate knot of enemy vision cones and well-placed obstacles that I loved picking apart from the edges, using each character's abilities in combination. Speaking of which, I had a go of Assassin's Creed Chronicles China yesterday. Didn't last very long. Speaking of vision cones, they've got them in that. Didn't like it. Anyway, but that's just me. Where are we? Wingray says, and anytime Gary Jones had the day off, sorry, I'd rather hear it from Walter. Yes, you want Walter at the controls, don't you? With his ready to put his palm and to open the iris. Hey. Yes, so much to celebrate. Chrono Trigger is a fun game too. The only way I know about Chrono Trigger, or is it Chrono Trigger, I don't know how you pronounce it, is that whenever I watched Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, he's always got it on in the background. Like on my TV here, there's a wormhole thing. We're going through the Stargate. He usually has Chrono Trigger, or is it Chrono Trigger 2? I don't know, one of them. Playing in the background. My son's middle name is Walter. There you go. So he's going to work at Cheyenne Mountain someday. Anywho, where were we? Most areas can be approached with a range of play styles. Eva is particularly good at a run-and-gun doctrine, clearing out whole squads with an exciting barrage of grenades and rifle fire. Limited ammo and the risk of alerting other nearby enemies meant I had to carefully consider when to go full commando. Took her underpants off. Though, alien expert Sam Watson, on the opposite end of the spectrum, can disguise himself as a Jafar and even speak their language. Well, you just Jafar Cree, that's all you need, innit? Demon baby Walter Jobson. Was he a difficult child? All children are difficult. There isn't a Chrono Trigger 2, it's Chrono Trigger, then Chrono Cross. All right, so it must be Chrono Trigger then. I don't know. I don't know. Hide all your Godzillas. Or does he like Godzilla? Who doesn't? Who doesn't like Godzilla? King Kong, he doesn't like Godzilla, does he? I forgot what I want now. Speak their language. All right. Keeping guys distracted with small talk while others slip by. This mechanic is especially interested. So you like need Jaffa Cree and Tekmate. That's all you need, isn't it? This mechanic is especially interesting as only enemies of lower rank will be fooled, so missions with Sam often revolve around looking for more senior warriors you can isolate and knock out to upgrade your disguise. What's your favourite non-interactive version of Stargate? You know what? I don't know. I'd probably pick Atlantis, to be honest. Probably. Anyway. Not Infinity. The handy... How bloody long does this go on for? Crikey. I'm going to skip to the verdict. There we go. Verdict. I'm pretty pleased with the first 7 episodes of Stargate Timekeepers. SG-1 and Atlantis have been off air for 15 years now, and it sounds like we won't be getting any more Shadow Tactics games. So to get an experience that combines both of those bygone things I adore so effectively is a great surprise. I wish the story and characters had a bit more depth to them, and there are some issues with enemy behaviour and missing keyboard shortcuts that could use a bit more polish, but overall, I would gladly venture forth through this Stargate again. I want to give it 8 out of 10. I presume it's 8 out of 10. Great! Stargate Tank is a challenging and enjoyable stealth tactics game that lovingly plays homage to the classic television series that inspired it, says Liana Hafer. There we go. I didn't like it from the demo I played, but then again, I'm crap at stuff like that. And that's just me. Plus, when I watched somebody playing it, I watched a YouTube video of somebody playing it. They moved the camera around. You know, the playing it. You could move it around. That I couldn't work out to do. I tried to do it when I was playing it to get a different view, but I couldn't do it. And I thought, oh, maybe you can't then. And this bit here, well, not this bit, but a bit near this. I couldn't move the camera, but then I watched someone on YouTube playing it, and they'd move the camera around so they could see, what were around this corner, whereas I couldn't do that. Anyway. No, he's an angel, but I named him Damien. All right. Damien Walter Jobson. Bless. Does the scary omen music play when he walks in the room? Wingray says, SG-1 is still my favourite, but I celebrate the whole live-action catalogue. Yes, they're all great. I even like Universe now. Wasn't a big fan when it first started, but when you can binge it, it's actually, much, much better. I wonder if they're doing a Quantum Leap marathon this year. I have no idea. You mean the old ones or the new ones? I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the original Quantum Leap. I didn't hate it, and I did see the odd episode, but I wasn't somebody who watched it, all the time. I've seen some of it. And the ones I've watched I thought were okay, but, I wasn't a big fan. My sister-in-law loves it, but... and I've not seen any of the new ones. Jay, speaking of Stargate, Jay at Sci-Trek, on the video that, on the live stream that Melvin at Sci-Fi Quest appeared on earlier tonight, Jay was saying that there's some bad news. There's I don't know, some executive at MGM or Amazon or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention. Has basically put the Stargate film, the RoboCop film, and some other stuff on hold. So there we go. Oh, there's Sam Carter showing off the P90. I just saw that then. I grew up on it, and Sliders, another one that I saw some episodes of, and it were all right. Particularly Dino Slide. I always remember that. Came out around about Jurassic Park time, didn't it? But I haven't watched new ones either. No, I haven't watched the new ones. But Windgrace has, and he does reviews of them on his channel. Go and subscribe. Right, anyway. Right, so that's it. So give it a go. I think it's on Steam. Pardon me. It's Timekeepers. Give it a whirl. You're probably better than me. If you're into that sort of thing, I'm not, because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered working things out. I can't. I just want to get on with it, and and all that stuff. Right. Just bear with me. I'm just sorting stuff out. There we go. Right, that's it. We're all done. Sir, yes, sir. See, I think Irene's an army bride or a military bride. I think is your husband in the military? I think you've said before that he is. Anyway, anywho, but you have beautiful art, do I? Well, thank you for saying so, although I disagree. My father was. Oh, I thought you said your husband was. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. By the way, Irene, and RM done a show today. I Sunday brunch. Sunday brunch didn't happen, and I don't know why. And I kept tuning in, and she's got one set up for next week, I think, but not for today. And I just wondered if anybody knew anything. So there we go. Yes, I didn't know. I didn't either. It just didn't appear. So, but she's got one set up for next week. And I did check. I checked last week's stream. I thought I'll watch it at the end. And she said, I'll be back next week at the usual time. And I thought, oh, right. But maybe she's not so well. Or maybe she's just busy. I don't know. But anyway, right. So I've done now. Yes, I hope she's okay too. I hope she's okay. I don't know if she's on... is she on Twitter? I'll have to look and see if she's on Twitter and see if she's okay. Old RM. Rum! Because she's lovely. I like RM. Right, anyway, right, off we go. I've done. So, what's coming up? What's coming up next? What day is it? Sunday. Monday, tomorrow, we're doing Magnificent Mondays. And tomorrow's film is Battle Los Angeles, which is a cool film. Hang on, where are we? Just watched a funny little video. It's a Sci-Fi Quest. A baby kissing a mirror. Adorable. Her mum might be off too. Yes, she's been looking after her mum, hasn't she? Here, so that's it. Something might have cropped up. I imagine some emergencies happened, and she's taking care of that. Anywho, it's a good film. Yes, it is. So we're doing that tomorrow. Obviously, not just watching it. We go through it and talk about it. It's a special features for me to watch on this. Behind the battle, aliens in LA, preparing for battle, creating LA, Blu-ray exclusives, directing the battle, blah, 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 command control. Do you remember the game that came out for this? It was like a free-to-download game, wasn't there, for this, Battle Los Angeles? And I played it, and it wasn't too bad. Like a sort of like Call of Duty kind of thing. It wasn't too bad. Anyway, so that's tomorrow. Then on Friday... Appointment with Fear on Friday. We're doing the 1979 Dracula starring Frank Langella. Then a special feature on this bugger. I don't know because it's all in foreign. It's all in German is the writing, so I'll just have to find out when I put the disc in, won't I? Why are Blu-rays, English Blu-rays, really hard to find now? I don't know. You've got to get them from Europe. They're either coming like German or Spanish, and you've got to go into the settings to find the English audio. What's happened to UK Blu-rays? Does me head in. Anyway. Iris says, I'm trying to think if I've seen that movie. It's cool. I like it. I honestly watched all Lord of the Rings extended editions in like one night. Crikey. In one night. That'd be like all night, wouldn't it? And morning, sun rising up. Look to me at dawn. You were like Gandalf. It was like Eight-Legged Freaks had a game on the DVD. Did it? I can't remember. I don't know. I've got the DVD for that as well somewhere. Eight-Legged Freaks. It'll be in the box upstairs in my bedroom probably. But I know they did a game for Battle Los Angeles, and it wasn't too bad. I think you have to download it for free. Anywho. And that's it. And I've got some more set up as well for the next few weeks. My Magnificent Mondays. the following week, after tomorrow, next week's, we're doing a double bill of the 1995 Judge Dredd and the 2012 Dredd. So we're doing that next Monday, and then the Monday after that, we're doing the last Starfighter. Woo! So I'd say that. So that's fun stuff for the next few weeks on Mondays. Right, so we'll leave it there. So thanks Irene, and thanks Wingrace, and thanks Atomic, and thanks Sci-Fi Quest, and anybody else? Did I miss anybody else? No, I think that's it, isn't it? Go subscribe to Wingrace, and go subscribe to Sci-Fi Quest. Does Atomic, do you have a channel, Atomic? I don't know. But if Atomic has a channel, seek it out and subscribe to him. And Irene Jobson has an Instagram where she does cooking and stuff. So go seek that out as well. Right. Irene says, I asked my 9-year-old what she called an 8-legged freak. She said a spider. There you go. There you go. Great stream, pal. See, I mean, the European format. Take care, and Japanese, pal. As opposed to NTSC. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Yes, I have Instagram lol. Anywho, love y'all too. Right, so we're going now. So thanks for watching. Wherever you are, look after each other, and until next time, I'll see thee. Where is it? I'm in the wrong thing. Oh, there we are. Right, going now. Bye.